visit somebody right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do a reading on Ariana Grande. Yes, just on Ariana Grande, and it's going to be on her mental slash her physical health. So we're doing a wellness check-in, so you shall say, on Ariana Grande. Now, first things first, there has been rumors sparked out there that Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande have broken up. And then there were some sources out there definitely saying that sources cited that knows Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande that they have definitely have went their separate ways, and they were just maybe waiting. We're still waiting because Wicked 2 hasn't came out yet, and that's when I allegedly heard that that's when they are supposed to talk about how they're no longer in a relationship, but they don't want to allegedly, supposedly, they don't want to mention that, and then that comes in the way of promoting Wicked 2, just like they were worried and trying to promote their behinds off for Wicked 1 when the whole scandal came out that her and Ethan Slater started to begin dating anyway. So for you guys to break up right before Wicked 2, come on now. So yeah, you can see how that just wouldn't look like a good story, right? And why they would have to supposedly, allegedly, according to the rumors on the street and sources, close sources to them in their camp, say that they're just waiting till Wicked 2 to talk about how they are divorced. Not divorced. Slow down, Ariana. How they are no longer in a relationship. So with that being said, I'm just here to do a reading on her health because her mental health, because let's just like look at the facts. She has a lot going on in her life. Yeah. So B, and then I just want to look at her physical health because while she claims that she may look unhealthy at the very moment, to the contrary, she is actually the healthiest she has ever been. And when we was looking at her earlier, when she was recording before Wicked, she was so unhealthy on antidepressants, taking alcohol. I mean, hey, listen, no shame to anybody out there that is taking hormonal pills or things to help regulate your mood or your mental. I totally get it out there if you guys need that. And especially if you happen to maybe misuse it with some marijuana or with some alcohol and other things like that. I get it. Mixing two concoctions together, maybe with some wine, just feeling all good and juicy. I get it. I totally get it, guys. But she was saying during those times, while she was not in her mentally healthiest because she was on the antidepressants. So she was telling us that mentally she wasn't healthy. Physically, she was unhealthy because she was eating junk food or just not caring about what she eats, honestly. But now she is changed up her complete lifestyle, and that while she may look unhealthy and that she has lost weight, she's like, don't worry, I am gaining back weight the right way. So, okay, Ariana, I want to believe you. I really do. I honestly do. I would really, truly love to believe you. But there are some people out there saying that you might have Ozempic face. And you don't want to mention about and then she has also talked about the fact that she doesn't want people, it's really rude to be talking about people's bodies and women's bodies particularly, but just to be mindful about what you have to say about people and their bodies. I mean, totally get that too. So she's just trying to be more of a mental health advocate out there for people because your mental health can definitely have an impact on your physical health and your mental so you have to care about your mental and your physical well-being, a holistic approach, if you shall say. So because of that, And that is what Ariana Grande is promoting. And I just want to check in. Ariana Grande, how is your mental really doing? And by proxy, how is your physical health? Just how is your well being? How is the Ariana Grande? That's just, I want to know. Is she healthy? Is she not healthy? Is she struggling? Is she feeling strong, resilient, positive, hopeful? Or is she just feeling like she is just fighting, getting lost, maybe feeling a bit shackled down, restraint, can't seem to fight something off? Like, how is Ariana Grande doing? This, let's see. Let's see. I hope you guys enjoyed how I painted that story. I sure did. It was amazing. It was enough dramatization, if you asked me. So with that being said, and all theatrics aside, let's just see what the first card has to represent about Ariana Grande and her overall being. Oh, okay. The Hierophant, a major arcana card. Very interesting. That could usually represent a priest and a priestess. So let's just see. The priestess deals with the intuition and the subconscious psyche. Then the priest or the Hierophant has to deal with the physical, the mundane, but also that transitional period. But let's just see what's surrounding the Hierophant. Beneath her, we have the Ace of Swords. I like that. Okay. We have the Mother of Swords. Okay. Okay, cool. We have the Father or the King of Wands. And then we have the Devil. Okay, this is actually interesting. When it comes, well, first off, every card in here is a person. So I'm not sure if that means she just has multiple voices in her head influencing her, if she has multiple people within her circle influencing her decisions, and she truly doesn't make decisions on her own, or she could be subjugated to peer pressure, or just the third or the third or it could be the fact that she has a lot of people that she's dealing with at this very moment that could maybe not have an influence on her life, but she feels as though she has to maybe put on all these different faces and have to do all these different performances. So whether voices inside her head or people within her life, these are all the different personas and entities and images and identities, personas, whatever you want to call it, egos, alter egos that she has to put onto the world. As she is an actress, she has to be this, that, and the third. So all that you could definitely get a little bit lost in that. And she already mentioned, and everybody on the Wicked set has already praised about how Wicked was some spiritual experience. So I don't know what Wicked 2 was like. So because of that, to get back into that energy, to get back into that mindset, to get back into that vibration, that frequency, it can rub off on her a little bit. And it definitely seems as though we're gonna dive deeper into this, but first we're just gonna start off right here at the very, just now that I've gave a quick overview of looking at all these people cards, because we have a mother, a father, a devil, and a hierophant, which is like a priest. So that's all people cards. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is the only non-person card. So for the fact of that, I'm just like, why are there so many energies, so many personalities, so many different rules and thoughts, perspectives surrounding this Hierophant? Because this Hierophant has to be able to, there it is. This Hierophant, or Ariana Grande, as she sees herself, has to be able to be the voice to stand out amongst all the other voices. And because it's not fighting, the Hierophant's not going to fight to be heard. It's gonna because it's a crow here, it's going to make noises as much as it wants. You could choose to hear it or you could choose to ignore it. It's going to make sound, and those who shall choose to listen will listen. And that's how Ariana Grande is feeling. She doesn't feel like she wants to spill all of her energy onto everybody else. So she goes more within side of herself to do some soul searching, maybe do some talking to God, as some would say, to seek some guidance, which is exactly what we see here down at the very bottom with this Ace of Swords. She could have cut some people off. She could have cut things off that didn't serve her. She could have completely changed up her way of life and her way of living and way of eating. All those different things she could have changed, gotten a rule of thoughts, gotten a different perspective, has maybe seen a different way. And because of that, she wants to live and embody what has been bestowed upon her and has intellectually enlightened her or spiritually has risen up inside of her to be sparked to do something different, to change up like the monotony or the different flow of life, of being an actor, of being somebody that is meant to perform, meant to always be like winded up and always ready to the best way I could say it is just always ready to be seen and always ready to be more mindful and cautious about how she is perceived. Because at first, Ariana Grande wasn't. She was honestly just living her life. But now that she's getting older and now that she is really getting serious about her career and about the way people perceive her, and even though she has gone from thank you next, break up with your girlfriend because I'm bored, and all those different things, she has grown out of that and she is becoming she's becoming a new woman right before our eyes, which is exactly what we see right here with this Ace of Swords, but also with this Queen of Swords. She could have been somebody that was cold, somebody that was much more, I mean, hey, listen, she embodied a queen, didn't she? She was Galinda, what's her name? So she embodied a princess, a queen. She embodied what it was like to be stoic, what it was like to never let them see you sweat, to overcome the challenges and no matter what people want to label you and challenge you. I feel like I'm just quoting Wicked and I haven't even seen it. And I honestly tried watching it, but I'm not a musical fan. But I was just trying to watch it just for the magic of it. And I still couldn't find myself getting into it yet. I feel like I'm preaching the message of Wicked here, which is exactly what has changed, honestly. I'm not even kidding, which has honestly changed Ariana Grande for the better. And correct me if I'm not wrong, this is the same movie where her full name, where we learned what her full legal name was. And this was also a symbolic period in time for her as well. So as I said, we see Ariana Grande owning parts of herself that maybe she has disowned in the past because she didn't feel like they wasn't quite good enough. And maybe that's why it could have led to her being on depressants, or that why it could really had led her to losing a bunch of weight or trying to switch her looks, try to become somebody different, look like somebody different. She could have had some body dysmorphia. There's so many things that Ariana Grande could have been going through that has changed her for the better. And she might so mean it that this just may be the healthiest we are going to see Ariana grow. And not the healthiest, but the starting of the new healthy Ariana Grande that we're going to see. And if she is vegan and looking like that, I hope some beans and some bread can put like some potatoes, like put some weight on that girl, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. So we just don't like see her collarbone and like her all that and like her sunken face. I mean, there's just many things that could just like fill out. That could be a little bit more plump, if you ask me. So all those things. But hey, listen, I get it. Eating healthy, exercising, dieting, all that is good for your physical health. And if she is feeling healthier and more vibrant and alive than she was before, and she doesn't need antidepressants and things like that, then that's a win and that's a plus, honestly. So, with that, we see above her head at this very moment, though, is the King of Wands. She is like feeling on fire. She feels as though she has a whole new breath of fresh air breathed into her. So when it comes to her passion, her drive, her like will to live, possibly even has become like outward expressed energy, because that's exactly what masculine energy is, and that's exactly what the king represents. Outward expressed masculine energy. Instead of holding all that energy in, we're going to let that energy out, and by letting that energy out, it's going to grow, it's going to be fruitful. Like they say, spread your seed, metaphorically and literally, and that's what Ariana Grande is doing. She has found a new kick and a new spark for life. Whether that's being an actor, she says that she hasn't abandoned her music career yet, but right now it definitely seems like she has found her zhuzh with acting, and acting is honestly having her thriving and living. So because of that, we appreciate that. But I'm quite interested and curious about this devil card that I see in the future, because the only thing that I have to look at is, even though this is all looking good, and even though this all sounds pretty and all glammed up, dressed up, glamorized, we still have to look at the fact that she does look unhealthy. And we can say all these beautiful things. We can believe the delusion. We can believe the lie. She can even believe the delusions and the lies that she tells herself. Maybe this is her form of a way of having a sort of control over her life. Maybe those antidepressants really wasn't helping, and in order to feel like she was in control, she had to do something about her eating. I don't know. I'm not trying to diagnose this woman with an eating disorder, but I'm just saying, just looking at the facts of it and just looking at how stressful it could be. So stressful to be Ariana Grande. Like, let's seriously just think about it. Do you just think, can you just like imagine Ariana Grande just coming home, just like, oh, such a long day. Oh, Ethan. Can you just imagine? That's like literally what I could imagine how Ariana Grande feels when she just comes home. It's just so hard to be Ariana Grande, is how she is feeling to live a mess, live a delusion, live a lie, all these things that she's got to do. And she wants to be a better person. She wants to strive to be better. But it's also doing that inner work. Is she really doing that inner work? I'm not quite sure. The cards are telling me there is some inner work done, but not enough. Like they say, you could be all spiritual, but if there's not something to back the spirituality, it's kind of like living a delusional and living in denial. So while it looks beautiful, and while her health doesn't actually look beautiful, but this really looked beautiful, didn't it? Didn't I dress it up and make it look good? Didn't I make it look good? So I got to the devil, and then the devil told me to take off my rose-colored glasses and just look at Galinda is not Galinda-ling. Really, for real, she is wasting away in front of us and calling that healthy. Whatever celebrities want to say to help them sleep at night, so be it. But we're going to pull some cards here to see the overall outcome in reading for Ariana Grande, since it was a bunch of people cards, a bunch of strong energy, and a bunch of performing and living up to people's expectations. Let's just see. Well, we have the scythe here, which symbolizes a tool for removing and cut. Excuse me. It symbolizes a tool for removing and cutting things away. It can also symbolize a transformation. It can also represent death, but I'm not here to talk about that. I mean, we all looking at the same thing, right? If you know, you know. So we're just going to pull one more card to just see, maybe two more cards, just to see what the outcome card is for her life. Like I said, the scythe is just like the Ace of Swords. There is something that's being cut away from in Ariana Grande's life. Now, is that being cut away from like delusion and reality? We're not quite sure here. We're going to figure that out. We're going to get to the bottom of this. The more we get to the bottom of this, the next card I see is worry. I cannot kid you guys. I see trouble. I see unease. I could see anxiety, maybe even a burden of responsibility. Maybe this could be her relationship, but maybe the burden of being an actor, like I said, having to always perform, and then her past precedes her, and now she suddenly is super hyper, super cautious, and super aware of how her image is being perceived. And now she wants to do all this work to try to change it, but sometimes it's just a little bit too late, and you get labeled and perceived by people a certain way, and it just gets passed down word by mouth, and then it suddenly becomes a myth, a legend, and now you can't outrun the names that you have been called. But let's just pull one more card here. Okay, a little bit of future, a little bit of positivity. We see a vacation here, which symbolizes a extended period, a rest, and a freedom from activity. So at some point, when at some point she's going to need to take a literal pause and a literal break. Really take some time out. No music, no acting, no dating. And if she is still dating Ethan, put yourself away in like in a corner, or like in a box. I was joking, putting herself in a corner, but just getting some alone time, some recluse time to really clear your thoughts, maybe get other people's energies, thoughts, opinions, perspectives out of your head. Don't care what Ethan thinks. Don't care what your manager thinks. Don't care what your director thinks. Don't care what your therapist thinks. Don't care about what your talent manager thinks. Don't care about what your record label thinks. Don't care about what other celebrities have to say. Don't care about what people on the internet have to say. And most importantly, don't care about what your fans have to say. At least the fans that say that they are fans and yet they're bashing and hating on you, and it doesn't come off as constructive criticism. And the people that I'm talking about that are doing constructive criticism are the people exactly like me who are talking about your weights, and it's coming from a perspective of love, and we truly want to see you for your better. So we're trying to point out your flaws so that way you can do something to make some change about it, so that way it doesn't get drowned in the voices of people saying, oh my God, you look so pretty, you look so healthy, you look so good, you look so gorgeous, oh, you so skinny, all those things that mental disorder in your head that makes you think that, oh yes, I am gorgeous, I am looking good, I'm that baddie, I am it, I am all that, and you're just a walking Skeletor. So because of that, it's a give or take with these kind of situations, and you gotta kind of tread lightly. And I only know that because I will say one name in particular, and if you know, Eugenia Cooney. So because of that, you just gotta tread lightly with these situations and with people that are in denial about the way that they look, and they try to say anything to dispute the worries of the fans that are truly concerned. So with that being said, I hope that she is working towards having a more better mental health, mental image of herself, and a better outlook on life, so that way she can truly get to that healthy life that she says and is claiming that she is living, but it's not translating to our physical eyes. So I hope the words can match the action. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Ariana Grande and her physical health. It definitely does seem like there are voices around her that she really does It's actually, it's just really Ariana Grande. I'm trying to blame other people, but the more I look at it, it's just Ariana Grande. And it's Ariana Grande performing and always having a mask and not really truly authentically being herself. And when you're like that, it's going to weigh on you and you're only going to perform or show up half or even a quarter of your potential that you truly could be, because you're dimming yourself to fit in certain areas and places in life that truly aren't supposed to be there for you. Or maybe you just don't, or you get a little bit comfortable, complacent, content in that area, and you just don't want to grow and evolve. So you just start taking things and stuff like that. So stuff like that. There's so many things that I could say about Ariana Grande and how just the music industry and the acting industry and just what's going on with her life and her dating life and her history. It's just been a lot for Ariana Grande, and it has really taken a toll on her, and we're starting to see that finally catch up to her. And I hope that she gets to do something, because this just didn't start last month. This just didn't start when well, it did just start when she started filming Wicked, but Wicked was like what, a good 1 to 2 year process, or 3 years of recording before they finally got it out. So just think about it. This was a gradual process that we fans probably didn't catch on to until it's just where it is now. And that was just last year when Wicked came out, literally last summer, last fall, and she's still looking the same a whole year later. So let's literally just think about that. A whole 12 months later, she is still looking bony, scrawny, malnourished. And she's telling us that's healthy. She's finally addressed it by saying that she is the healthiest she has ever been. That is the devil. Are we believing the delusions here, the illusions? Are we just going to believe the lies that we're telling ourselves here? So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't mean to get that hard on Ariana Grande. I truly do like her. I've been a fan of her ever since she started her acting days with Sam and Cats, and even going back to Victorious. So yes, day one, Ariana Grande fan here, and I'm glad to see where she has made it in her music career, because girl could sing, and I'm glad she finally got to get in the music industry. But it seems like the more she got up there, the more the industry just tore her up, or she tore herself up getting lost in the industry. So with that being said, we see the wears and tears that the industry has done on her, and hopefully I hope that she has finally taken the rings in her life and her career in her own hands, and has finally stopped trying to appease others and appease herself first. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Ariana Grande, because I sure did. Love you, girl. Well, you guys leave your comments down below. How do you feel about Ariana Grande and her weight? Are you guys a fan of Wicked? And are you guys going to see Wicked too? So with that being said, how do you feel about Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater? Or do you think they're still dating? Do you think that they are? Do you think they was always PR from the beginning? What was your opinions about them? Even though I didn't really talk about them or do a reading about them and their relationships, I really just wanted to purely focus on her well-being and what's going on around Ariana Grande. I just wanted to see what was going on with her, because her, like I said before, your mental health has an impact on your physical health. Your physical health is just physical manifestations of what's going on inwardly, which is your mental health. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure did. Leave your thumbs up, leave your comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share this video with other people that enjoy tarot, entertainment news, staying up what's on the world around us, love celebrity gossip, love celebrity news, tarot readings. Just share with anybody that likes this kind of content. And with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers.